Start with a relatable hypothetical. Imagine this scenario: you're driving home and style, conversational, short sentences, max 20 words each, rhetorical questions. Length, 1200 to 1400 words total, spoken words only. Only the spoken words, i.e., no directions, no notes. So the script must be just the spoken narration. We need to produce a script that is 1200 to 1400 words. That's quite long. The script must have short sentences, max 20 words each. Also rhetorical questions. Conversational tone. We must ensure word count between 1200 and 1400 words inclusive. Probably aim for around 1300 words. Let's calculate approximate words. Given each sentence max 20 words, we could produce many short sentences. But we also need rhetorical questions. We'll need to count words. Let's plan the script structure. Opening hook. Imagine this scenario: you're driving home and. Then continue. Then talk about debt collectors calling at work, rights, FDCPA, etc. Use rhetorical questions throughout. Do you know your rights, etc. Conversational, short sentences. Keep each sentence less than or equal to 20 words. Count words. We must ensure total word count is between 1200 to 1400 inclusive. We'll need to produce roughly maybe 1300 words. Let's do a quick estimation. If each sentence averaged 12 words, then we need about 108 sentences. That's a lot. But we can produce many short sentences. But note, word count includes all words in the script. Need to count. We must produce the script as plain text, only spoken words. No stage directions. Should start with imagine this scenario: you're driving home and. Exactly? It says start with a relatable hypothetical. Imagine this scenario: you're driving home and. So the script should start exactly with that phrase, or similar. Probably imagine this scenario: you're driving home and. As the first words. We need to ensure each sentence is less than or equal to 20 words. Let's try to keep each sentence around 12 to 15 words. We need rhetorical questions. Could embed many rhetorical questions. We must not exceed 20 words per sentence. That includes rhetorical question marks. We must produce a single block of spoken words. Not separate paragraphs? Probably it's okay to separate with line breaks, but it's still spoken words. But keep as plain text. We need to ensure total word count 1200 to 1400. Let's aim for 1300 words. Let's produce about 100 sentences of 13 words equals 1300 words. But must ensure each sentence less than or equal to 20 words. We'll need to count carefully. Alternatively, produce about 115 sentences of 11 words equals 1265 words. We'll produce script with many short sentences, rhetorical questions. Let's outline main points. 1. Opening scenario: driving home, phone rings, it's a debt collector calling at work. 2. The stress, the fear, the confusion. 3. You have rights under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA. 4. They cannot call you at work if you tell them not to. 5. They cannot call before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m. 6. They cannot harass, threaten, use abusive language. 7. You can request written validation of debt. 8. You can send a cease and desist letter. 9. They must stop contacting you at work after you request. 10. You can record calls, state law may vary. 11. Keep a log of calls. 12. You can complain to CFPB, state AG. 13. If they violate, you can sue for damages up to $1,000 plus actual damages. 14. Tips: know your rights, stay calm, ask for name, company, address. 15. End with call to action, like, subscribe, comment. Now incorporate rhetorical questions: did you know that? What can you do, etc. We must ensure each sentence less than or equal to 20 words. Let's start writing sentences, counting words. We need to count words precisely. Let's write sentences and count manually. We'll write script, then count words. We need 1200 to 1400 words. We can generate about 115 sentences. * 11 words equals 1,265 words. Let's try to produce 115 sentences. We need rhetorical questions. Each rhetorical question counts as a sentence. We need conversational style. We need short sentences less than or equal to 20 words. We'll keep each less than or equal to 15 words to be safe. We need to keep track of word count. Let's do systematic approach. Write each sentence, count words. We'll produce a list of sentences with word counts. Then sum to reach target. We'll need to ensure total word count in final script between 1200 and 1400. Let's target 1300 words. We need to write in a way that it's a script for YouTube, but only spoken words. Use you second person. Alright, let's start. We'll produce sentences separated by periods. We'll ensure each sentence ends with a period or question mark. Each must be less than or equal to 20 words. We'll count words per sentence. We'll also include rhetorical questions. They end with question mark. We'll keep them short. We'll start with, imagine this scenario, you're driving home and your phone buzzes. Count words. Let's count. Imagine 1, this 2 scenario 3, you re 4 driving 5 home 6 and 7 your 8 phone 9 buzzes 10. That's 10 words. Good. Now next, a voice on the line says they're a debt collector. Count. A 1 voice 2 on 3 the 4 line 5 says 6 they re 7 a 8 debt 9 collector 10. 10 words. Next, they claim you owe money from an old credit card. Count. They 1 claim 2 you 304 money 5 from 6 and 7 old 8 credit 9 card 10. 10 words. Next, your heart races, your mind scrambles. Count. Your 1 heart 2 races, 3 your 4 mind 5 scrambles 6. 6 words. Next, do you know what rights protect you right now? Count. Do 1 you 2 know 3 what 4 rights 5 protect 6 you 7 right 8 now 9? 9 words. Next, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act covers this call. Count. The 1 Fair 2 Debt 3 Collection 4 Practices 5 Act 6 covers 7 this 8 call 9. 9 words. Next, it bans calls to your workplace after you say stop. Count. It 1 bans 2 calls 3 to 4 your 5 workplace 6 after 7 you 8 say 9 stop 10. 10 words. Next, did you tell them to stop calling you at work? Count. Did 1 you 2 tell 3 them 4 to 5 stop 6 calling 7 you 8 at 9 work 10? 10 words. Next, if you haven't, you can still send a written request. Count. If 1 you 2 haven't, 3 you 4 can 5 still 6 send 7 a 8 written 9 request 10. 10 words. Next, a simple letter tells them to cease workplace contact. Count. A 1 simple 2 letter 3 tells for them 5 to 6 cease 7 workplace 8 contact 9. 9 words. Next, they must honor that request within 5 business days. Count. They 1 must 2 honor 3 that 4 request 5 within 6 5 7 business 8 days 9. 9 words. Next, what happens if they ignore your written notice? Count. What 1 happens to if 3 they 4 ignore 5 your 6 written 7 notice 8. 8 words. Next, you can file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Count. You 1 can 2 file 3A4 complaint 5 with 6 the 7 Consumer 8 Financial 9 Protection 10 Bureau 11. 11 words. Next, you can also contact your State Attorney General's office. Count. You 1 can 2 also 3 contact 4 your 5 State 6 Attorney 7 General S8 Office 9. 9 words. Next, both agencies investigate violations and can penalize the collector. Count. Both 1 agencies 2 investigate 3 violations 4 and 5 can 6 penalize 7 the 8 collector 9. 9 words. Next, did you know you can sue for up to $1,000? Count. Did 1 you 2 know 3 you 4 can 5 sue 6 for 7 up 8 to 9 1 $10,000 11 $12? 12 words. Next, actual damages and attorney fees may also be awarded. Count. Actual 1 damages 2 and 3 attorney 4 fees 5 May 6th also 7 B 8 awarded 9. 9 words. Next, keep a detailed log of every call you receive. Count, keep 1A2 detailed 3 log 4 of 5 every 6 call 7 U8 receive 9. 9 words. Next, note the date, time, caller name, and company. Count, note 1 the 2 date, 3 time, 4 caller 5 name, 6 and 7 company 8. 8 words. Next, record the conversation if your state law allows it. Count, record 1 the 2 conversation 3 if 4 your 5 state 6 law 7 allows 8 at 9. 9 words. Next, ask for the collector's full name, address, and phone number. Count, ask 1 for 2 the 3 collector S4 full 5 name, 6 address, 7 and 8 phone 9 number 10. 10 words. Next, request written validation of the alleged debt within 30 days. Count, request 1 written 2 validation 3 of 4 the 5 alleged 6 debt 4. Actually count, request 1 written 2 validation 4. Let's recount, request, 1, written, 2, validation, 3, of, 4, the, 5, alleged, 6, debt, 7, within, 8, 30, 9, days, 10. That's 10 words. But alleged debt within 30 days is 5 words? Let's count properly, request written validation of the alleged debt within 30 days. Count, request 1 written 2 validation 3 of 4 the 5 alleged 6 debt 7 within 839 days 10. Good. Next, they must send proof before they continue collection efforts. Count, they 1 must 2 send 3 proof 4 before 5 they 6 continue 7 collection 8 efforts 9. 9 words. Next, if they refuse, that's another violation you can report. Count, if 1 they 2 refuse, 3 that S4 another 5 violations 6 U7 can 8 report 9. 9 words. Subscribe to Rights Unlocked for more legal insights that protect your rights every day.